Editing actuals. This video details the process to edit actuals and should be used alongside the user guide recording actual service delivery. Confirming what hours have been delivered is key as this forms a basis of what will be charged to the council. Prior to submitting an invoice, the actuals need to be confirmed for each service user. In some cases, the actuals delivered will be the same as what has been commissioned by the council. However, in other cases, the actuals may need to be increased, decreased, or removed altogether. To edit the actuals, navigate to the screen that displays the breakdown of the required care packages. If there is no data, press the Generate Actuals button. The important point to remember is that if the commissioned hours have been delivered, then no editing is required. The table only needs to be edited if there has been an increase or decrease in the number of hours delivered. Individual times of calls do not need to be changed, only the length of a call. To edit the actuals, press the Add Edit button on the right-hand side for the required service user. This will make the actuals editable. To remove any calls not delivered, simply untick the relevant box and add a comment to explain the reason it did not take place, and press Save. If no calls were delivered for the whole week, for example if the service user was in hospital, press Delete on the relevant line or lines. If you untick all the boxes, the system will return an error as the line requires at least one box to be ticked. If at any point you make a mistake, press the Undo button and the table will revert back to the actuals you started with. If there have been less hours delivered, the background will go red. If you need to add any calls, then press the Add Row button, not the Add button on the right-hand side. The Add Actual Unplanned button should not be used. Once a new row is added, you can tick the days that the calls were made and also the entry and exit times, along with a comment as to why the additional calls were made. Remember to press Save after adding any calls. As additional calls have been made, the background will go green once you press Save. When you are editing entry and exit times, the format must be a 24-hour clock separated with a colon. If a call was frustrated, so it was cancelled but not within a contractually agreed time, the provider is still entitled for payment. Untick the original call on the required day, and then add row, and tick on the required day and enter the time of the visit. Finally, you need to tick the frustrated box at the end of the row and add a comment. Then press Save. Non-timetabled services are those which are commissioned by Worcestershire County Council as a quantity per week, rather than a set timetable. An example of this service is daycare. These are recorded slightly differently. Go to the relevant service on the left-hand side. If there is no data, press the Generate Actuals button. Once actuals are generated, you can edit them as necessary by pressing the Add Edit button. If a visit is missed, then adjust the hours in the actual box and record the missed hours in the missed box. Please note the hours should be read as units and are as per the purchase order. For example, if the calls are for 30 minutes, 7 days per week, they show as 7 hours, not 7 units. Please be mindful of this when you make any changes. Please ensure there is a comment explaining the reason to ensure any payment is made without a delay. As there are less hours, it will turn red. When you have finished, press Save. Missed calls are not paid for by Worcestershire County Council. If a call has been cancelled at short notice but is still chargeable to Worcestershire County Council, this is referred to as frustrated. Deduct the frustrated call from the actuals box and record the frustrated quantity in the frustrated box. Please ensure there's a comment explaining the reason. The weekly total has not changed from the planned total, as the visits marked as frustrated are still paid for. When you have finished, press Save. If a visit overruns or is an additional care, amend the actual quantity to the total number of units for the week and record the additional calls in the extra box. Please be aware, hours should be read as units and are as per the purchase order. Therefore, if the units are for 30 minutes but an extra 15 minutes are provided, this needs to be recorded as an extra half. Please ensure there is a comment explaining the reason. When you've finished, press Save. After saving, the actual would turn green and would generate an exception in contract for Worcestershire County Council to approve.
Once all the necessary changes have been made for a week, this information will need to be confirmed. Alternatively, if the amount of care provided matches the planned hours, then skip straight to this step. Press the Confirm Actuals button at the bottom of the screen. This will confirm all of the hours for this week and completes the submission process. This shorter process replaces the need to export and import the information. Any changes you have made will be reviewed and paid on the next payment run.